I am Brian Ray, and this is my second novel, Unknown Female, which came out July 1st, 2011 from Pill Hill Press. They're a tiny publisher in Shade Rock, Nebraska. My first book, which I think you can see behind me, was Through the Pale Door. Won the South Carolina First Novel Prize back in 2008. It came out from Hub City Press in 2009. So I've been writing books and touring for a couple of years now, and it's been stressful at times, but also really exciting. So what I'll do is talk a little bit about my second book and read the first chapter. I guess talk a little bit about the work that I did as a crime writer in South Carolina. South Carolina, as you might know, if you ever stayed there, or traveled through there, or lived there, it's a really weird state. It's got a lot of creepy stories, a lot of sort of ghost stories, a lot of haunting sort of tales, and in particular, what attracted me when I worked for this newspaper called Snitch back in 2004, 2005, was this killer, right, named Donald Pee Wee Gaskins. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. One of the nation's most infamous killers. He was executed back in 1990, I think, but the rumors are, right, that his mom is actually still alive, so he's left family there. I went and did a story. University of South Carolina is actually, they're using sonar and sort of other technology, right? They're sort of doing archaeological digs out of his old property because they believe that there are people still buried there. I interviewed the people who were involved in that, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but one of the people I interviewed said, and whatever you do, don't go out there, don't talk to his family, because he's got like grandkids and sons, and they just want to be left alone. And so that got me to thinking, what would it be like to be the son of a serial killer? What would sort of be the impact of that? How would you sort of get through the rest of your life? And so the main character of this book, his name is Marks, and he works as a sketch artist for the FBI. And the dark past, the dark secret that he sort of lives with is that his father was the state's most infamous killer. Right? So he kind of keeps that buried, and sort of his involvement in law enforcement is, he doesn't really realize it, but it's to make up for that in some ways, trying to kind of make up for his father's crimes. At the same time, of course, he's got all of these memories that start coming back to him, growing up with his father while he was committing these murders. And he's got some darkness himself. He's got an attraction to death that kind of compels him. And so at the beginning of this novel, it turns out that there's a woman found dead on his father's property, an old tobacco curing barn where his father used to kill people. 20 years later, right, his dad's been executed. He's been working in law enforcement, but then all of a sudden, out of the blue, this woman shows up dead at the barn. And none of the sheriff's deputies or any of the law enforcement will go near the barn. They went there, of course, to retrieve the body, but they don't even want to do an investigation because there are rumors that the barn is haunted by his father. So he becomes obsessed with trying to figure out who this woman was, right? Because they don't know her name, she didn't have any ID on her, they don't even know the cause of death. So he becomes obsessed with trying to solve this killing, and in the meanwhile, he becomes romantically involved with a woman in Maine who runs the bed and breakfast in this town, Stonewall, where the murder occurred.